Welcome to DB Media Podcast, and this is our Christmas episode. I'm Brian, that's Dylan.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. First thing we want to start off with, we did get gifts for each other. So, we're going to start with the gift exchange. Do it on 3, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, cool.
Wolverine and Deadpool playing cards. Great minds think alike.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Look at those after.
Okay.
I really like that. I collect weird playing cards anyway.
Yeah.
And it's funny that we got, got each other. That's pretty cool. Anyway, other than that, pretty dope gift. I really enjoyed that. Movies we got to review today: The Santa Claus 2, Better Watch Out, Die Hard, and Daddy's Home 2. All right.
Alrighty.
We'll
You got any movie news?
No movie news this episode, actually. I kind of just done it all last episode, and we are filming these a little bit back to back. So, but no movie news. First movie we're going to jump into, The Santa Claus 2. This is your pick. What do you think about this movie?
It's pretty good. I've loved this movie since I was a little kid. My kids really love it.
Did he kill Santa in the first one?
Huh?
Did he kill Santa in the first one?
They talk about that in the new show, but I can't remember. But pretty much he's dead.
Yeah. He just kills him and it's like, I'm just going to take his job now.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie. Tim Allen is fantastic.
I love Tim Allen movies.
I love Tim Allen. Like, it's so weird because Tim Allen as a person, like, do you know his backstory?
Yeah.
Like, he was like a drug dealer and stuff. Like, that's wild. To think like he was like a drug trafficker or seller or whatever.
Yeah.
And now he's like the Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's just like this big family man actor.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. He is a fantastic Santa Claus. This movie's great. It is an all-around great Christmas movie. It is a good feeling movie. This is actually my first time watching the entire movie. I've
Really?
seen the first one. I've seen the third one. I've never seen the second one.
What?
I've never seen the second
Second
one.
one's the best one.
I agree. It's definitely the best one. The concept where he has to go find a wife to keep his Santa Claus powers, called the Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
I love
There's
that.
a Claus. Yeah, I'm the Claus.
Yeah, he's like, there's a Claus. Yeah, I'm Claus. No, the Mrs. Claus. What? The fact that he's playing two parts, that he's playing the evil Santa Claus and that's really cool. I really give it up to actors who can play two roles in the same movie. I think that's really great.
Same role, different type.
Yeah, well, okay, same role, different versions of that's even more impressive. I give it up for actors who can do that.
My favorite fake Santa scene was the hot cocoa scene when he's reading the Santa rules or whatever, and that little girl,
He's like, bring me more hot cocoa. And
he's just what?
more hot cocoa. Yeah, that was really good. I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a shame that I didn't get to watch this sooner. I can definitely see why it's one of your favorites. What'd you rate this movie?
3 out of 5.
Same, 3 out of 5. It is really good.
Yeah, I only watch this once a year though.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's why I gave it a 3 out of 5. Some Christmas movies, there are exceptions where you can turn on all year. This is not one of them. This is purely for the holiday season.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. Anything else you want to say about it? What would you like to say about it?
No, that's about it.
Good movie. A solid pick. I'm really shameful that I didn't get to watch this sooner. Solid gift. Sorry. I was moving that. I like to do some poker videos. I was playing some poker with these.
Yeah.
We're both really big poker players, so that's where the cards came in. That's pretty cool. Second movie we're going to be reviewing, Daddy's Home 2. This is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. I love it. I can watch it anytime, but Christmas movie just feels Christmas time just feels right.
Yeah.
What do you think about this movie?
Yeah, it's very hilarious. It's probably my second favorite Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, other than the other guys.
Yeah, the other guys is my all-time favorite with him too.
You asked me before we started filming which one was my favorite. That's probably my favorite too. The iconic line at the beginning is like, "Aim for the bushes."
Yeah,
that's funny. We got to review that movie. I forgot that movie existed until you brought it up earlier.
Somebody's been playing Grand Theft Auto.
I love that. It's really good. Gator don't take no. But back to Days Home, the chemistry between Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, those are two people that I would have never thought had good chemistry, but they continue to show it in both the Days Home movies, plus other guys. They have just great chemistry all around.
Yeah.
It had a really strong cast, star-studded. You know what I'm talking about? Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. I can't remember Will Ferrell's dad's name in this movie.
John Lithgow.
That's
not his name in the movie. That's his real name.
Yeah, I know. Mel Gibson and the woman who played his wife. Can't remember her name either. John Cena. All that. Like, all those actors come together in this movie. They just make it fantastic. And it is a movie that I will turn on every year, and I will probably... This is like National Lampoon's Vacation. National Lampoon's Vacation through the entire Christmas season for my dad is something he just turns on in the background. Like, if he's doing something and it's Christmas time, National Lampoon's Vacation is playing in the background. And that's this movie for me. Always playing in the background during Christmas. The only problem I can find with this movie... I wish they would have gave the stepmom a little more depth, like Mark Wahlberg's wife.
Yeah.
Like, she was just a kind of a nothing character, and I feel like she could have brought a lot to the movie. Not the actor, but the character itself. If they would have got more of a famous actor or more of a... She wasn't a bad actor, but she wasn't really given enough to prove that she was a good actor.
Not just this one, but in both the Daddy's Homes movies. Something I think it's hilarious to me is, like, every time the real dad comes in, he's like a super badass type dude.
And then once you get to know him, it's just like, you know?
Yeah, no, like when Mark Wahlberg first showed up in the first one, he's like a super badass. And then
thunder! Like he's just coming down the escalator.
Yeah, and then John Cena comes in, and he's even more badass than Mark Wahlberg.
It's a running theme because even when Will Ferrell's stepdad at the end comes in, like his new stepdad.
Yeah.
Like... And Mark Wahlberg's like, he's a hero. He's a national hero. You gotta go say hi. Like, yeah. They always come in as like the only one who didn't was Will Ferrell's dad.
Yeah,
he came in just a goofy dude. He is a great actor. He was in Dexter. He was the Trinity Killer in Dexter. He was Lord Farquaad, as you stated earlier. He's just great. The scene where they do like the talk. That was funny, so funny. It's probably my favorite scenes in the movie where he's like, "We Whitaker men, we get in the friend zone." Like, that's where we thrive. Absolutely love that. My all-time favorite part of this movie, other than the end, because the end just makes you feel like it's Christmas time, is the part where they cut down the cell phone tower. They cut down the Christmas tree, and it's like, and the wife walks in and it's like, "Please tell me you didn't pay $20,000 for a cell phone tower Christmas tree." And he's like, "We did." Because I could so see that being like near you, like going to cut down a Christmas tree and we cut down a cell phone tower.
Like, does his job really pay him that much?
Right, like you can just pay $20,000. Like, wasn't he like a radio guy?
He had something to do with the radio.
Yeah, like I don't think he's getting paid that much to be able to just drop $20,000 on a.
Maybe, I don't know.
I have here the ending of this movie is just so perfect. Where they're in the movie theater, and I know we're both big movie guys, and to be like, and he gives that speech, he's like, "We were in the movie theater all the time with strangers," and he gives this whole big heartwarming speech about one of the movies on Christmas, and the scene with John Cena and Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's another part of this movie that's just fantastic. To bring that little aspect of rawness that he brings to every movie, but just sprinkle that in.
Yeah, when He tried to tell the kids a dirty joke.
He's like, yeah, 2 dead hookers walk up on, and they're like, hey, no, stop that. Or whenever he tells his granddaughter, she's like, I'll have 1 shotgun, please. And he's like, no, us men do the hunting. You women cook what we kill. And she's like, excuse me? And then, like, she ends up shooting him.
Yeah.
That Mel Gibson was, I think, the perfect addition, like, because Mark Wahlberg in the first one was like the bad dude, like the bad stepdad or the bad regular dad who showed up. And he's like rode a motorcycle, had his hair slicked back and all that. And it's like, how are you going to get better than Mark Wahlberg for the sequel? And it's like, oh no, bring Mel Gibson into this movie.
Yeah,
like he's the only other dude who's bad to the bone, like Mark Wahlberg. And he like I said, he's just perfect in this role. And you would expect with Mel Gibson, the movie would be a little like dirtier than it was, or a little more mature than it was, but it was perfectly tame, but still with that rawness of him. So
yeah,
I know I really appreciate this movie. I love this movie. I will probably watch it 3 more times before Christmas gets here. Well, we are filming this a little bit before Christmas, but you'll be seeing this after Christmas.
Yep. Okay.
What'd you rate it?
4 out of 5.
You got a 5 out of 5. It's my favorite Christmas movie. But, like you said, it's a movie I can turn on all year. What else you want to say about this movie? Any other notes?
No, not really.
Really? I really enjoyed it. Yeah, there's not really much to say other than fantastic Christmas movie that really puts you in the mood for the season.
Yeah.
One of my favorites that we're going to be talking about today is Die Hard a Christmas movie? That is the $1 million question. I have always been on the heel of no, it is not. You've been on the heel of yes, it is.
9 out of 10 people that I asked said yes, it is. The other guy, well, his opinion don't matter.
My biggest piece of evidence for no, it is not is Bruce Willis himself has said no, it's not.
I don't care. What's that matter?
But it's Bruce Willis.
So he didn't write the movie.
Okay.
He didn't.
He said no, it's a Bruce Willis movie.
It is a Bruce Willis movie.
He said it's not a Christmas movie.
So does that mean Santa Claus 2 isn't a Christmas movie? It's a Tim Allen movie?
Basically, yeah.
No, you're just being stupid.
No, after our rewatch, I have changed my opinion. Due to the heavy themes of Christmas in this movie, not just it being on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or whenever it took place, I have changed my opinion. I do think it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because he wouldn't be there unless it was Christmas.
I mean, I'm giving you the yes. I don't know what more you want from me.
I just really need to push my point.
Okay, go ahead. Push the point.
The Christmas tape that he used to tape the gun to the back of his neck, or upper back, whatever you want to call it, edit that out.
I'm leaving it in.
Well, you're just going to have a huge sound spike. Yeah. Christmas party.
I agree. I changed my opinion. It is a Christmas movie. It's definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It has jumped to my top 3 favorite Christmas movies.
Yep.
So,
something that was cracking me up to this whole movie was the limo driver.
I know. He's just chilling in the parking garage the entire time.
And then finally he realizes everything's cut and he's like...
He was like what was he doing? Like watching the TV?
Yeah, he's just watching the TV, chilling with that sloth doll or big teddy bear, whatever.
The limo driver was one of my favorite characters. What'd you give Die Hard? I forgot to.
4.5 out of 5.
3.5 out of 5.
That's a stupid rating.
Why?
You're stupid.
Why?
It's one of the most classic movies you can watch.
Just because it's a classic doesn't mean it's the best.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't like the other ones better, but the fact that you just put it as a 3.5,
I'm not diminishing. 3.5 is a solid rating.
Whatever.
Part 2 is better. Part 3 with Samuel Jackson's a lot better. Live Free or Die Hard is one of the best ones.
I wouldn't go that far. I like
the last one's the worst.
For me, it goes 3, 1, 2, Live Free, Die Hard, and then the last one.
For me, Live Free or Die Hard is the fourth one, right?
It's the one after. Yep.
Mine will go 3, 2, Live Free or Die Hard, 1, Good Day to Die Hard. I don't like A Good Day to Die Hard at all. It's one of my least favorite movies ever. It was bad. We're not reviewing that one. We'll review this whole series one day because I really want to. Other than the act, I'm sorry, you read it.
No, go ahead with what you had.
Other than the act, like the action was fantastic. The gunfights, the explosions, all of it. But other than that, the acting was so good.
He really seemed like a scared guy who was panicking like throughout the entire thing.
Brother, my favorite part of this whole movie is when he's on the phone with the radio, and she's like, "This line is for emergencies only." He's like, "No, that's like I'm ordering a pizza."
Yeah. And the gunshots
made me mad. Just you hear the gunshots, and she's like, "Just send an officer over." It's like, "No, send in the SWAT team."
Those are fully automatic weapons,
and you can hear them. She's just brushing it off, like, "Send in an officer." Yeah. She just didn't want to do her job because she had to work Christmas Eve is what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The cop that he was talking to outside is also the dad on Family Matters.
I just said Harry Winslow. Yeah.
He's also... I say Key and Peele made fun of that.
Yeah. He's like, I was in Die Hard, damn it.
Yeah.
No, that is one of my favorite Key and Peele skits too. But this was just his prequel, is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. This tells the story of Harry Winslow. He had to change his name after this.
I know there is some unrealistic aspects to this movie, like him crawling through the vents. Vents are not that big and stuff like that,
and the vent would probably collapse.
But I really appreciate when they get gun stuff right.
Yep.
So at the end of the movie, when he's just got the pistol left, and he has 2 bullets, and then when he fires and when he takes it off his back and shoots the 2 bad guys, the slide actually locked back.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. I love when movies get
gun accuracy. Absolutely. Like you said, like that is one of my biggest pet peeve, just like yours. I can't stand when movies get guns wrong.
Yeah.
Or you'll hear, or one of my biggest ones is like in an action movie, like they'll have a Glock and they'll be pointed at you, and then you'll see their thumb go back, like they're moving a slide, a hammer back, and it's like, what are you doing? Just rubbing the back of your gun? Because Glocks don't have hammers.
And it always makes the same, like no matter what the gun is. Like sometimes they'll leave it out, like it'll just show the person they're pointing at, but you'll hear like just a hammer pull them back.
Yep. And it's again it's a Glock.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what made that noise? Because I know it wasn't your gun. I agree with you on that 100%. I love when movies get guns right.
Yeah, that is one of the reasons I know I'm gonna hate on the Bambi movie so hard.
Yeah, I know.
Because
you saw a gun scene in the trailer.
No, not really. He had a lever action rifle, and he wasn't even using the lever.
Just pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, he was just not even pulling the trigger, just pressing the trigger.
Yep.
And it wasn't pulling a hammer back or nothing.
No, I agree. I can't wait to watch that movie with you specifically for that, to see all the things you rate are bad about it.
We are going to hate watch some stuff.
Oh, yeah. The only reason we haven't hate watched anything yet is because we're just trying to... We're really passionate about the things we like, but I think we can be just as passionate about things we hate.
Yeah. We can passionately hate stuff.
We should do an episode where we try to pick the worst movies possible.
You just want me to give you a bad movie and break my streak.
No, I mean, we can wait until you give me a bad movie. I will rate every movie, honestly, whether I really want to break your streak or not. But I would like to see what bad movie you pick for me. Alan,
I have one movie that you have to finish Dragon Ball, and I'm specifically giving you this movie to hate.
Oh, the Dragon Ball live action?
The Dragon Ball live action.
I'm going to finish Dragon Ball, man.
All right, we made another bet. If he doesn't finish Dragon Ball by Valentine's Day...
I think that was in one of the videos.
Maybe. Well, just to reiterate, if he doesn't finish it, then I'm going to swear off the Gotham series, because that's what he wants me to watch. And I'm not starting another series until you finish the one I give you.
I'm going to finish it.
Months ago.
I'm going to finish it. Yeah. I like Dragon Ball. I really do. It's just, I get overwhelmed with how many episodes there are. Anyway, Alan Rickman in this. Rest in peace to my boy Alan Rickman. He is fantastic as the villain. He's just all around great in this movie.
Yeah.
He, again, like we were talking about in our last episode with Ransom, when action movies give you a good villain to hate, it really works, and he's a good villain.
Yeah, they just set the tone that they don't care about anybody. They're there for the money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's at the end of the movie or halfway through when she's like, "You're not terrorists. You're just a common thief." And like, because he's only there for the money, but he made it look like he was there for a political reason.
Yeah.
I absolutely. This movie's a classic for a reason. There's just so much good about it.
I love when there's a movie. And it's a perfect plan except for one person. And it's the main character. Like, they did not account for John McClane to be
absolutely, yeah. Like you said, it was a perfect plan. It would have gone off without a hitch, but they did not think that John McClane was going to be in the vents going, yippee-ki-yay, mother, you know.
Yeah.
That's another thing I've heard. This movie's so quotable. It is so quotable. The yippee-ki-yay is now has been repeated in so much media.
Come to LA, have a few laughs.
That one too, because that one has been mimicked so many times where he's in the vent and he's going to come to LA, we'll have a few laughs, have a few drinks. Like, that's been mimicked so many times, and one of my favorite things that ever mimicked that was, have you ever watched Workaholics?
Yeah.
It's the workaholic guys, like one of them is in the vent and he says, "Oh, go have a few laughs," like does the. Yeah, that I love when movies do like little pop culture references like that.
Yeah.
I thought the scene where he tied himself with the water hose and jumped off the roof.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool. Like, I absolutely loved that. He's like, "What are you doing, John?" And he gets to the top of the building. He says, "Please God, if you get me down here, I'll never even think about going into anything high in there again or anything tall again." Like, so funny. One thing my dad always points out about this movie, I've seen this movie multiple times with my dad. Every time he does, he says, "Man, I just want this man to put on some shoes." That's all he says the entire movie. Because like there'll be scenes where you see his feet and it's all black and bloody and stuff. And my dad will just say the same thing. "Why don't he put some shoes on?" Or he'll kill somebody, and my dad will be like, "Why
take
don't
his shoes?
Yeah, take his shoes. Take it." Like,
well, he tried to take somebody's shoes, and he's like, "They're smaller. His feet are smaller than my sister's."
Yeah, it's just really funny watching this about dad because he makes those comments.
That first guy he killed really looked like Evan Peters.
I don't remember.
When they first started taking over the building, is the guy that he put in the elevator and said, "Now I have a machine gun."
I don't remember. I remember that line, but I don't remember. I can't really picture the guy's face. I'll have Evan Peters, but I had to go back and look at that. Look at a picture of that. I did find one scene in this movie, and it could just be the angle it was at, but the part where they bring the police tank up to the door or whatever, and they're trying to break down the door. They have that rocket launcher. They shoot the rocket launcher out the window, and it shatters the glass. They say hit him with another one, and he does it again. The same window breaks again.
Yeah,
I thought that was. Again, it could be
the
angle.
I didn't notice that, but it's probably just something to save production money. They just reused the same scene.
I mean, I'm alright with that. I mean, I just thought that was funny to point out. The supporting cop character, like you said, Harry Winslow. That's what I'm gonna call him. He was one of the best parts of this movie.
Yeah,
the fact that he drove his car backwards, like off that little ramp thing, like totaled his car. That was funny. The heavy Christmas themes and songs throughout the movie again just hits the nail on the head. This is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like, for the entire movie, there's Christmas themes, Christmas songs, everything. I really, really enjoyed this. A lot of fun action, and it's one of those action movies that a lot of action movies they try to fill in a lot of unnecessary story. This one doesn't.
Yeah.
This one gives you a straightforward story, straightforward protagonist, antagonist. Tells you this is what their goal is. This is what they're trying to stop, and it throws you into it. And I really appreciate that. It's one of the many reasons why the first Rambo is my favorite.
Yeah,
because it does the exact same thing, and yeah, that's why again, referring back to Rambo, like that's why the Rambo series as a whole is not my favorite because those other movies get way too convoluted and complex, and I just like straightforward. Give me a goal and give me this protagonist antagonist, and that's what they do with that movie.
Yeah.
That's what they do with this movie. Solid 3.5, and I don't think it's a bad rating. I think it's a great rating. It's a great movie. I would be willing to bump it up to a 4 after rewatching and really talking about it.
Okay. Alright, I think that brings us to Better Watch Out.
Better Watch Out. Another one of my all-time favorite Christmas. This was my pick. I found this movie back in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And I've watched it every year since. I absolutely love this movie. Basically, this movie is about think of Home Alone, but he's trying to kill the guys.
No, see, you told me that last episode. That is not what this episode is like. This is just a little 12-year-old psychopath. It even references Home Alone itself. Like when he drops the paint can, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna drop paint cans," like in the movie Home Alone.
Wow.
Like, no, it's not Home Alone. He doesn't set. He sets like maybe one trap, and it's so his friend can purposefully walk into it. And it's just a paintball gun. It's a paintball gun.
Okay. Maybe the story and stuff isn't like Home Alone, but like it gives me Home Alone vibes.
No, it gives me what's that? Where the people? Honestly, I get Purge vibes from it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because not the first Purge,
yeah.
Not any of the other ones, because they're just locked in the house with a killer, and getting tied up by him and everything.
Right.
And what's that one? They wear masks in it too, and they're at a hotel. Strangers Pray at Night is the hotel one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Strangers. They get locked in a house with them.
Strangers 1 is where they're locked in like the little desolate cabin thing.
Yeah.
And Strangers 2 is the hotel one.
Okay.
I can see that. I can see the Strangers vibe. Right. Before we talk about that, what did you rate it?
2 out of 5.
Okay.
Now I will say
the wrong rating.
I will say there's one specific reason I dropped the rating so low, because I did like this movie. Like, I didn't like it, but I liked it. I enjoyed hating it.
Okay.
If you know what I mean, like yeah. I hated the character,
You enjoyed hating the antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You enjoyed rooting for the babysitter and stuff.
No, I didn't like rooting for her.
Okay.
I didn't really care too much for her.
Okay.
I didn't hate her. I just didn't care much about her.
What'd you hate about it?
So, one thing I do want to bring up before we forget about it is, like the opening scene. They just green screen a dog in the snow.
What opening scene? I'm trying to.
It's just like showing like the neighborhood and stuff, and there's just a dog green screened into some snow. I don't know why they did that.
Maybe it was the director wanting to show off his dog. I don't know. I think the opening scene where they mess up with the snowman and she calls him like I can't remember. She calls him some kind of vulgar name. The two kids arguing in the beginning. It sets the tone for this is not your average Christmas movie. I really like that.
So, why were the doorknobs so high?
Is that why you rated it?
No.
Well, tell me why you rated it so low.
I will get to that.
Okay.
But the high doorknobs really aggravated me.
I didn't know. You pointed that out before we started filming. I don't know what.
Like they're
you're talking
chest
about.
height. The doorknobs.
Maybe it's just because he's 12 years old.
No, they're like the same height for everybody. He's not just like a 12. Like regular doorknobs are like maybe 3.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe 4 feet.
I didn't notice that.
These are like 5 foot off the ground.
I did not notice that. I will have to go back and watch that.
Lucas is a very cringy kid, and I hate him. I don't like him.
Is that the reason? Okay. I want to know your reasoning.
Okay, I'll go ahead. The ending.
The ending?
There was no climax to this movie. The movie took a turn, I'll say that, but it didn't. There was no climax. You know, he just does everything. Like,
okay. Okay.
Like the best climax you get is like when he feels like he's like did it all. He's covered all of his tracks, and he's like, "We got a live one," and it's the babysitter.
Like for everyone who don't know, if you've seen this movie, go watch it. But this movie is about. I'm just gonna give a rundown. So like, I feel like we can't explain that without giving context. You know what I mean? So this movie's about this kid who is really just in love with his babysitter. Him and his friend cook up a plan to make her fall in love with him by doing a fake home invasion. And when that doesn't work and she freaks out on him, he goes to plan B, which is attack this babysitter, tie her up, and kill off her boyfriends, kill off his friend. Well, he didn't want to kill his friend, but kill off her boyfriends and make it all look like a murder-suicide type deal.
Yeah.
And this kid is demented and psychopathically crazy. The ending, the climax of the ending, I believe you're right. There's no climax, but I think it was a good ending.
And even her being alive didn't, like, you could see it didn't really scare him too bad.
Because he didn't really, he couldn't get scared. He was just like, oh, cheeks up. Like, there was nothing really to get scared about because it's over for him.
Yeah. It's not really over for him because he did a pretty good job at covering his tracks. What they should have done was, like, while he was laying in his mom's lap or something, like, don't worry, we'll give you all the nanny cam footage.
That would have been a really good ending.
Yeah, that way you would know for sure that he was caught. Really, now
you know he's caught though. Like
not really, because now you just have a babysitter's word against the little boy who seemed to be asleep when the parents got home, without a drop of blood or anything on him.
Maybe it set it up for a sequel. Do you know the original name for this thing was like Safe Neighborhood or something like that?
That's stupid.
It's stupid. Why they changed that?
Another thing. I'm not saying the paint can wouldn't have killed him, but that definitely would have knocked the chair over.
Oh, yeah. It would have at least...
Like, if that was a full paint can, that would have knocked the chair over.
It would have knocked that guy on his back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have killed him.
Maybe.
I feel like it would have killed him if there was something holding him there. Yeah. But like, if not, he can just get thrown back. I feel like that wouldn't have killed him. It would have messed his face up pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it would have killed him. I think you're right about that. You want to test it?
Yeah, sure. Sit down there.
This episode of Mythbusters and
as soon as he, like, see, you had told me it was like Home Alone type deal, so I was expecting it to be like a real home invasion.
Well, okay, part of me saying that's like Home Alone was to throw you off because I didn't want the twist, like, because it took 45 or 30 or 40 minutes for the twist to hit.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to think it was a home invasion until it wasn't. Like, that was one of my main reasons for saying that as well, because I feel like you need to go into this movie blind, not knowing the twist.
But anyway, as soon as he smacked that girl down the stairs, the babysitter down the stairs, I was like, okay, his best friend is gonna die. I just knew it. Like he's gonna be the only one to come out of this.
Yep. Now, since this is your first watch, did you think he got away with it at the end?
Unless he...
But, like, sitting there in his mom's lap, did you think, oh, man, this little turd got away with it?
Yeah. I was like, okay, so he gets away with it? That's it?
Yeah.
And then they said they got a live one, and I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't get away with it. I am still not convinced that he didn't get away with it. At worst, he's just got speculation around town.
I'd like to see a sequel.
Because I don't think anybody's going to believe the babysitter. Because, like I said, he covered his tracks pretty damn well.
He did. Did he make?
He made that guy write his own letter, so it's in his handwriting.
Didn't he make her smoke pot too?
He made her boyfriend smoke pot.
Oh, I didn't know if he made her smoke pot or not. But he did get her drinking a little bit, so that's in her system.
Yeah.
But she was tied up and stabbed, and
I don't know. She lost a lot of blood too, so
it's true. I don't know. Would you watch a sequel to this?
It depends.
What do you think about the actors? The actors in this are good.
I think it's too late for them to do a sequel now.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think about, like, did they have good acting, bad acting? Were they great? Were they bad?
Yeah, I thought the actors were pretty good, except for her current boyfriend. He was kind of a little lame.
Yeah, he was. He, like you said, he was just lame. He was kind of a nothing character.
Yeah,
like he didn't really have no like aspects of the story.
Something that really made me mad is why didn't he throw the bat at the kid when he pointed a shotgun at him?
Right. That was my exact thoughts were throw something at him, like throw the bat, charge him, do something.
Yeah,
like,
throw the bat. Do not let a 12-year-old take advantage of you.
Right. I think if like you were the babysitter, for example, this would have ended a lot quicker. Like,
yeah.
Remember, she gets the upper hand and she gets the gun and she's like waving it around and stuff, and then like it takes her a minute to click the gun. I'd have grabbed that gun and been like, bam, like, oh man, like it found out it was out of bullets immediately. Because I don't know. The funniest thing is that he's a 12-year-old kicking all these like basic adults like behind. Did you pick up on the jokes at the beginning about the dad being gay?
What?
The gay jokes on the dad, like the mom saying like. It seems like he was gay in high school or gay in college.
I mean, yeah, she made.
I just thought that was funny, like because the parents are so.
You asked if I picked up on it. I was like, no. I
mean, like, did you pick up on like their relationship? Like the parents are so mean to each other through the entire movie. Even when they're getting back, she's making comments, he's making comments. Like they're not they're mean.
It doesn't really seem like they was hateful.
No, it doesn't seem like they hate each other. It just seems like they were like bickering back and forth, and I just thought that was funny. I thought it was a funny like dynamic between the mom and dad.
That'd be something to come home to.
Absolutely, like you hear the mom screaming at the end.
Yeah,
that'd be something to come home to. I think the pencil thing was really dumb. I think the pencil thing, like putting the pencil on his door to see if he was sleepwalking, I think that was just to see if he would, like, show that he almost got caught at the end. Like, there was no real purpose to that.
Yeah.
Because how's a pencil going to stay on your doorknob all night? I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, anything could knock it over.
Yeah. I think it was a really dumb thing.
And she rushed in. I don't even think she checked for a pencil.
Yeah. Why would he? Yeah.
He could have just placed it by the door, like, oh, it fell off.
Exactly, yeah. He didn't have... That was a dumb... I think, again, that was just something to set up that he's going to get caught, or, like, he almost got caught on the balcony or whatever. Yeah. I think the main characters make dumb decisions. Not the antagonist, but the protagonist, the babysitter. They just make all-around dumb decisions. Like, when she's running away from this kid, like, jumping the fence and everything, running away, I'd have jumped the fence and like hid somewhere, wait for him to come after me. I'd have busted him in the head with what I had left of that chair. That was just dumb decisions. I really like it. I think it's a great Christmas.
I just feel like a lot of people are just afraid to bust a kid's ass nowadays.
Right, for real. Even if they do have a loaded gun and have thrown you down the stairs and busted a man's head open with a paint can, they're still afraid to hit this kid. Not me. Watch this kid get RKO'd as soon as I watch him kill somebody. The kid's a little psychopath. He's a serial killer in the making. Like, I would like to see a sequel film like grown or in some kind of institution or on trial, or I would love to see any of that. She said, I have a concussion. She definitely has a concussion. She was pushed down the stairs and hit in the head with a brick.
Yeah, I can understand her, like, getting caught off by this kid.
Yeah, she's right. Like, been with him since he was like a child.
Yeah, and she's always thought he was a good kid.
Yeah,
and just thought he took a prank too far.
Yeah,
and then he sneaks up on her. It's like sucker punches her with a gun.
Yeah.
Down the stairs. But the guy, and then what's his face? The guy from Stranger Things.
Who?
The boyfriend that hung himself.
Is he from Stranger Things?
Yeah, he's the dude with the mullet.
Oh, he is! Holy crap! Yeah. Yeah, you're
Anyway,
right. He is.
That made me mad too. He just falls over and he's just like leaning all the way down. Stand up.
Yeah, that was really dumb. I didn't remember that.
Stand up.
It's like, dude, just because like you said, he's leaning. It's like you just use your legs. You know what I mean? Like did your legs quit working when you fell? Like, yeah, no.
Like he could have got out of that real quick if he would have just stood up.
Yeah, that was really dumb. He was very smart though. This kid was.
He's just lucky he had to deal with a bunch of idiotic adults.
Right.
Well, no, teenagers, I guess.
They're basic adults. I think the voice crack in the movie, like his voice cracking through the entire movie.
That just made me hate him more.
I know, it's so cringy, but it's also like, I think it's supposed to be like a reminder. Like, you're messing, this is a kid.
Yeah.
Like, the whole movie, like, you're supposed to be like, oh, he's like a villain. It's like, nope, he's a child. Listen to his voice crack. Like, it's like a sudden, like a very small reminder of that. I love the part at the end, though, where she's getting loaded in the ambulance and she just looks at him and is like, that's...
Like, yeah, that kind of made me mad. I was like, you don't have him. Like, now you're in a court battle for the next couple of years, your word versus his.
I mean, you're not wrong. I would have really liked the ending to be like, yeah, we found the nanny cam footage. That would have been funny.
That would have been a way better gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. But 4.5 out of 5.
I will say I thought he was going to, like, kill his parents when they got home.
I didn't think he was going to kill his parents. I thought, like, I would have thought that, but it showed us, like, him covering his tracks. So, like, he's kind of like...
No, when he was like, I have a plan and everything, when he first tied him up, that's when I was like, okay, he's going to kill his parents.
That's when I thought he was going to kill his parents, too. Like, I did not expect him to kill his friend.
But the moment he started, like, screaming about the carpet and the smell of weed in the house and stuff, I was okay, maybe he's not going to kill him.
I didn't think he was going to kill his friend.
I knew he was going to kill his friend.
His friend kissed his babysitter on the cheek, and he was like, shoot him with a shotgun. Like,
it wasn't even that. It was that he was cutting her free.
I thought it was because he kissed her on the cheek.
No, he was cutting her free.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that. Again, he's a twisted individual. He's a psychopathic kid in this movie. And I love non-traditional Christmas movies like this. Like the David Arbor movie, The Violent Night, just came out about him being like a Santa Claus during a hostage situation. Loved that movie. One of my favorite Christmas movies.
I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch it. There's a bunch of others, but anything else you want to say about this?
No, that's it.
What'd you give it again?
2 out of 5.
4.5 out of 5. Loved this movie. Again, it's a Christmas tradition for me to watch this. But we do have some Christmas topics here to be talking about. Have you noticed that every Christmas movie involves saving Christmas?
Most of them do, yeah.
Well, it's one of them. It's like, we got to save Christmas. I think it's just a running theme in Christmas movies. Also, I have a fact here that I found very interesting when I was looking up some Christmas movies to reviewing. Did you know Home Alone is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
I figured.
I would have thought it was going to be like The Grinch or something.
No.
It's a good movie. I mean, deserves it. What's some of the worst Christmas movies that you think exist?
Every Home Alone sequel after 2.
Okay, I agree. I don't think those are marked as Christmas movies, though.
They're all Christmas movies.
Are they?
I'm
fairly
certain.
I've only seen 3.
I think they're all around Christmas, and it's just kids defending their homes from dumbass burglars.
Right. What is some overrated Christmas movies? Movies that people find classics, but you just find stupid.
A Christmas Carol. I never really cared for that.
Didn't like that one? For me, it's Elf.
Elf? You don't like Elf?
I like Elf, but I think it's way too overrated.
Oh, yeah. People get way too into it.
Yeah.
But then I feel like the people that get way too into it, though, are Christmas freaks.
That's true. But
I'm not a Christmas freak. Yeah. I'm not a big holiday guy at all.
I know. Trust me, I've known you my whole life. I know you're not a Christmas guy at all. But
you're lucky I put this stupid hat on.
Yeah, I know. That took some convincing. But I don't know. Elf just it doesn't do it for me. I don't really find it all that funny. The jokes are really dumb.
It's a kids movie.
Yeah, but is it?
Yeah.
My kid don't like it.
Kids too.
You said it's a kids movie. What's the right age for it?
It's a kids movie, not a toddler movie.
No, well. What are some underrated Christmas movies that people haven't really heard of or have found bad that aren't talked about enough?
I don't know. I don't watch Christmas movies.
Fair. For me, I have The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I do have one. Merry Friggin' Christmas.
Merry Friggin' Christmas. What is that?
It was one of Robin Williams' last movies.
Really?
With Joel McHale.
Okay.
He's a real angry dad. Robin Williams is, and his son don't want to come visit for Christmas because he doesn't like his dad. It's like a whole big thing. Like in one of the scenes, he calls ahead and he's like, he says he can't eat a certain type of meat or something like that, and Robin Williams gets mad. He's like, can't eat that, and he walks outside onto his porch with a shotgun. You just see him take a shot, and the movie, and that's it. That's all it shows. And then the movie's going on, and when they're at dinner, he's sitting there eating, and he bites down, and he goes, pulls out a little buckshot bead, and says, "Why is there buckshot in this?" And he says, "Because that's squirrel." He went outside and killed a squirrel and fed it to him, and he's like all mad about it.
I'm about to watch this. How long ago did it come out?
It came out a while ago. It was before Robin
Obviously, but like I didn't know if it was like at the end of his career.
I think like 2013.
I had to watch that. That sounds like a really good one. Because we are still in the Christmas time. Yeah. For some underrated movies I got here, said it was The Family Man. You seen that with Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah.
I just recently watched that. Really good.
Yeah. The ending of that movie like made me so freaking sad.
Right.
I was like, oh my god, no.
It is a good one. We'll talk in depth on that one maybe next year or soon. Because I think that's one movie you can watch anytime, I think.
Yeah.
It's not really just a Christmas movie. Four Christmases, I don't think it's talked about enough. I think it's kind of underrated.
What is it?
Four Christmases.
Oh, yeah, with Vince Vaughn and...
My all-time favorite Christmas movies. And then El Camino Christmas.
Never seen that.
Tim Allen movie. Really, really good. You'll have to watch it. It's about Christmas in like Texas or Arizona or something. Just trust me, watch it. It's not your average Christmas movie. It's more of a comedic, like dark comedy. But I have some Christmas trivia questions. I want to see if you'll get them. Christmas movie trivia. You seem so, happy about it. In Home Alone, where is the McAllister family traveling for Christmas?
Which one?
First one?
Paris.
Yep. In A Christmas Story, what does Ralphie desperately want?
BB gun.
Red Ryder BB gun, but I'll accept BB gun.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never?
I just know that.
That's such a good movie. What famous line does Ralphie's mother repeat in A Christmas Story about the BB gun?
You'll put your eye out?
You'll shoot your eye out. These are just some...
That's not a famous... That's what you always hear whenever you get a BB gun as a child.
Fair.
Careful, you put your eye out.
Well, these are just some Christmas movie trivia that I didn't know if you'd get or not, and I was really curious because you said you're not a Christmas guy. So,
no, I've never seen A Christmas Story. The only reason I got that second one, I know a little bit about it.
It's a good movie. In Elf, what are the 4 main food groups?
See, I've seen this one 100 times. I'm probably not going to get this one. Sugar.
Nope.
Candy
canes, candy corns, and syrup. In Polar Express, what words does the conductor punch into the main character's ticket at the end of the movie?
What is it?
At the end of Polar Express, what does the conductor punch into the protagonist's ticket at the end of the movie?
I have no idea.
Believe. In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, what animal gets loose in the Griswold house?
A reindeer?
A squirrel.
Oh.
You never seen that movie?
No.
That's a movie you would.
I haven't seen the Polar Express since the 5th grade.
Okay, fair. National Lampoon's Vacation should have been one I gave you. You'd have really enjoyed that one.
I love Chevy Chase though.
I love Chevy Chase too. And
have you seen Community?
No.
It's funny.
Have you watched any of the other National Lampoon's Vacations?
No.
I was going to say they're just like it, but it's about him spending Christmas with his family, and everything goes wrong. Me and my sister quote that the entire month of December. Like, there's a scene where he's like, "I don't know, Margot." That's one of our favorite scenes. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is Jack Skellington's title in Halloween Town?
Pumpkin King.
You're so not into this, are you?
No, the only reason I know that one is because my oldest son is obsessed with that movie because he loves skeletons, and right. Jack Skellington is his favorite skeleton.
You might get this one because you said that we should have reviewed this one. In Jingle All the Way, what is the name of the action figure Arnold Schwarzenegger is going after?
Ah, dang it.
Come on.
Turbo Man.
That's correct. That's one of the only ones you got besides the Christmas Story one. But unless you have any other Christmas topics you want to talk about, because I enjoy the Christmas season, but I enjoy Christmas movies. I don't enjoy Christmas gifts with everybody because people make Christmas too much about gifts and stuff. So I enjoy spending time with my family for the holidays.
I enjoy a break from work. That's
fair.
All right. Now that's all I got to say about the jolly season.
And for our first, I don't know if we won't do our first episode. Our second episode in November, November. Second episode,
I was getting ready to say, what?
Shut up. Our second episode in January, we are going to be ranking our top 10 favorite movies of 2024, or top 5, whatever we decide.
Okay.
Or we're just talking about our favorite movies of the year in general. The only reason that we are not doing that next week for the first of the year is because Nosferatu is coming out, and we are trying to go watch Nosferatu.
Yeah.
And we want to dedicate the entire episode to that movie where it's such a big movie. Plus, we have some more vampire movies just to get into that whole theme. Give me your 2 vampire movies you picked for me.
Bram Stoker's Dracula and Dracula 2000.
I am so stoked to watch both of those. You've hyped up both of those really much, so I'm really excited to watch that. The 2 I'm giving you is The 30 Days of Night and Dusk Till Dawn.
All right.
And we're also going to be reviewing Nosferatu.
I know I like Dusk Till Dawn, but
I do too. I think you'll like 30 Days of Night. I really do. Like, it's not like one of the ones I was like, he might like it. No, I think you'll really enjoy this one.
Okay.
It's like more of an action thriller, like vampire movie with a little bit of gore. But what's your thoughts on like Nosferatu right now? Are you stoked to watch it?
Yeah, it looks really good. All of the actors look really good. What I like about I'm hoping they don't do this in the movie, but what I like about the trailers is they're not really showing Nosferatu.
Right.
Like, they're hyping him up to be like this huge, scary figure.
And it's Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He's
a great horror actor.
Absolutely.
So I'm really hoping I'm pretty hyped about this movie because I'm pretty sure that's what Bram Stoker's Dracula is. I've never seen the original No Sound Nosferatu.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd like that one. It don't have no sound or nothing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's the same type of story as Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is why I put it on here.
Right.
But I love the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie.
I'm really excited to watch that. Bram Stoker's Dracula. You talked about it nonstop. I wasn't even going to suggest we watch Nosferatu. I thought I was going to do a solo review on TikTok about that. But, again, I don't really want to...
I like...
You told me that, yeah.
I like vampire stuff. I just don't like sappy vampire stuff like Twilight.
And you said you liked monster movies.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to lean against the horror aspect because if it was up to me, that's all we'd be reviewing because, I love horror. But I was trying to lean away from that for you. But you told me the other day that you love vampire movies and that you love monster movies. So I am excited to watch it. I thought this was going to be one we had to miss, but I am so stoked to watch this. Like you said, Bill Skarsgård, he is a staple in horror, playing Pennywise. And William Dafoe in this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I've already seen stuff like that. He did a real scene with like thousands of rats.
Yeah,
like
talking about William Dafoe, right?
Yeah, William Dafoe.
Yeah, absolutely. William Dafoe is one of the best actors to ever exist, and the fact that they are showing very little. I've seen this trailer multiple times because we've been to the movies multiple times and we've seen it, but the fact that they're showing so little about the story and the characters in the trailers we've released.
All you know is that the girl in the movie is obsessed with Nosferatu.
Right. The fact that they're showing so little in that gives me such high hopes. I love when a movie is just giving that audience just enough to come along with this movie. And the fact that it is based on the oldest, if not, or one of the oldest, if not the oldest, vampire movie to ever exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Do you know the very quickly the interesting fact or interesting history between the original Nosferatu? It was made, no sound and all that. It was actually pulled from because it was a copy. It basically copied Dracula's, like the book Dracula, but they changed the name from Dracula to Nosferatu. They changed little itty bitty things, but if you watch them side by side, or read the book and then watched that movie, it's basically an adaptation of the movie.
Oh well, then I'm pretty sure they pulled it off of this.
What?
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I'm talking about way back when, like the 30s or whenever.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Bram Stoker's Dracula is. I think that's who wrote the book.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We'll
check that.
Yeah, we'll check. But and it was they actually won I think it was like a court case or something like that, where all distribution of Nosferatu stopped, and it was actually to be burned and destroyed. But there were surviving bits and pieces of it, and they were able to piece it together, and that's what we have now. Very interesting history, I think.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons it's infamous and became such a horror staple, is because it was hard to find and hard to watch and all that. So like I said, so stoked for that. But I think we had a solid Christmas episode, everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We'll see you all next year.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. I don't know how to say it.
We will see you guys next year.
All right. Yep. See you guys next year.
Later.